It's wall-to-wall bowlers at the North Bowl on this Saturday morning. It's February 28th, excuse me, it's February 18th, 2006, and we're at the North Bowl Lanes, just outside of beautiful downtown Plattsburgh, and it's Section 7 Championship Bowling. The Section 7 champion will be crowned today in both the boys and girls. It's a non-handicap event. So even though the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougar boys and the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougar girls are the CVAC champions, I would doubt if they are the favorites, because I don't believe they have the highest averages in the league, and not even get into a situation where handicap does not apply. The team with the highest averages would have to be the teams that are favored. But during the regular season, Northeastern Clinton won both CVAC titles, the girls winning by 1 point over Beekmantown, and the boys winning by 1 point over Plattsburgh High School.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a lamp, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
If you've seen Town Cable's coverage of sectional bowling in the past, you know that we're here just to cover the Cougars. It's just impossible with all 32 lanes filled to decos. With a strike to start things off. Now Cecina steps up. Just impossible to try to do anything other than that. We'll glance at the bowlers in the other lanes. After we get done this boys A, we'll be going over to the girls. Then we'll decide after that what we'll do with game 3. I would guess, as I may have said earlier, that Plattsburgh would be the favorites in the boys. This fella here, Bouye, carries a 214 average. At least that was his average when he came into Northeastern. He probably dropped it a little bit. Cecina misses it. I'll bring up Nick Paquette. And Paquette leads the 2-7. Picks it up, nice job on that spare. Caleb Hampton will step up for the Cougars. There's a little picket fence, the 1-2. 4-7, 1-2-4-7. Having the sectionals here every year, of course, is an advantage to the many teams that use this as their home rally. Hampton missed that one. Here's his brother Cody Hampton. Anchor bowler today leaves the 10 pin. Beekmantown is not too far away from us. We've got another open. We've got the Patriots, we've got the Saranac, we've got Peru. I'm guessing this is probably Mariah that's with us here. There's Nick DeCoste bowling in the second frame. Just the 4 pin. Kathy Young trying to cheer on her team. However they finish today, they are the CBAC champs, and it's the boys A and B that combine for that. Just missing that spare was DeCoste. Unlike the girls, who have just 4 games on a night because there's only one team. Boys have an A and a B team. They each bowl 3 games and they get Cena leaves a 1-2. They bowl 3 games and they get high total pins for the 4th game. So on a given CBAC night, there's a total of 8 games that are counted up. And you will go through the whole season, and Northeastern finishing just 1 game ahead of Plattsburgh. And the Cougar girls 1 game ahead of the Beekmantown Eagle girls. But off the top of my head, Saranac, Beekmantown, Plattsburgh, Peru, Cena puts it in the gutter. All use North Bowl here as their home site. So Plattsburgh is bowling at Beekmantown, or Beekmantown is bowling at Plattsburgh, it's the same place. So this is your home court, then you get a lot more experience on these lanes. A big help when it comes to the sectionals. Most bowlers perform better on the lanes they're familiar with, being their home lanes. So if you took their home average and their away average, it would be a big advantage. Strike for Caleb Hampton. Dunning was kind of blocking us out. It isn't like the Beaumont where we have an opportunity to get right in the front row and be seated so we don't block anybody behind us. Here, if we got right in the front, we'll be blocking people. Cody Hampton follows his brother with a strike. Nick DeCoste is bowling over in lane 26. He leaves the 5-9. We're in the 3rd frame already. Today is, as we said earlier, scratch bowling, so no handicaps involved. I believe they bowl 6 games over the course of the day. 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Later on, we're going to be heading for Ellenberg for the sectional wrestling competition. And Christina with a strike. My brother Sam Castine is covering a speaker at Northeastern who's there to talk about firefighting. Paquette leaves the 1-2. And of course today is also the soccer banquet for the Shazy Boys New York State champion soccer team. Unfortunately we have to pass on that one because of the wrestling sections. You got it, you know it. Paquette with the spare. Bring up Caleb Hampton, who's working on a strike. Up to 2-pin. Oh, another team in the league here is Ticonderoga. Hampton picks up the spare. Now Cody Hampton also working on a strike. There was a wiggler. A 5-pin. Meanwhile, Nick Likos stepped up and knocked the 8 pins down. Hampton picks up the spare. Here's Likos. He's got it. Here's Cecina. Hope I've been pronouncing his name correctly all year. Turner Cecina with a strike. Nick Paquette. He left the 2-pin. And Paquette with his spare. Caleb Hampton steps up. And leaves the 10-pin on his first ball in the 4th. Ten-pin, the hard one for the right-handed bowlers. He picks it up easily. Former Cougar coach Chris Welch in front of us here. There's Cody Hampton, and he leaves a 7-pin. And he covers it. Spare for Hampton. Cougars are trailing the Vikings. And they got a team over here that's really doing well. 332 scratch, 282. So we got Patriots and Saranac really You're knocking them down. They're bowling against everybody. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely that a B team would win today. I don't think it's ever happened, although some B teams have done well over the years. DeCoste up is working on a spare. He's got a strike. Cena. There's the 1-2-4. Cold today. We had one of our coldest nights, and we got a colder one coming up tonight. But it's just a miss by a hair. Hooked it a little too soon. Cold weather out there today, but all in all, we've had a mild winter here this 2006. Paquette leaves the 3-6-10. And it goes in the gutter, so you'll have an open. He's got Caleb Hampton. There's a 3-pin. Hampton with a spare. Cody Hampton will step up in lane 26, and Nick DeCoste in lane 25. Cody Hampton with 8 pins, leaving the 4-7. DeCoste. Leaves the 3-6. Just barely got it. Almost avoided the 4-pin. And a spare for DeCoste. Cena's up now. He doesn't even have to look. He knew we had a strike. And why is he bowling again? Not sure what happened. He tripped the line. I think he may have faulted. Stepped over the line, and first ball didn't count. That second ball was his spare ball. Paquette gets 8 pins in his first ball. Again, could you cut it? So that was a tough break for Cecina. He went from a strike to an open. And also getting an open is Paquette, who had a tough spare to pick up on that one. Caleb Hampton working on a spare. Gets 9 pins. Left just the 4-pin. Cody Hampton. And he strikes. This Mariah fellow's got a 1-2-8-9 to pick up. Let's see how he does. You got him. That was just something to do while we're waiting for Nick DeCoste. DeCoste working on a spare. He leaves a 6-pin. Picks it up. Turner Cecina steps in. He gets 7 pins on his first ball. He left a 2-4-7. He knew he'd missed it. Didn't miss it by much, but he knew it. Nick Paquette can avoid a foul. He's a little timid around that line now. He's got the 1-2-8-9. We just saw that one picked up. So if he was paying attention, he knows how to do it. Caleb Hampton. He gets 9 pins. Hampton puts it in the gutter. Cody Hampton bowling here in the 7th frame. Left the 7-pin. And he covers it. Nick DeCoste, meanwhile, stepped up there and he threw his first ball while we were watching Hampton, who missed DeCoste a couple of times already. Work for the Mariah bowler. DeCoste has a 124. And a spare. So it's through 8. Turner Cecina for the Cougars. Can't see what he did. He left them all. He threw it in the gutter apparently. Well, he's going for a spare. And he'll put that one in the gutter. And you have a big hook. That's what sometimes happens. Paquette. What did he get? Got better luck looking up there, I guess. He left the wall. And dominoes. Yes, he got him. Nice spare by Paquette. scores through 8. Caleb Hampton. Two strikes.
You missed me. I was trying to...
Cody Hampton. He's a 7 pick. Through the first 8, Cody Hampton is 1 pin ahead of Nick DeCoste. They both have a 135 with a spare going into the 9th. And speaking of Nick DeCoste, he is up to start the 9th frame. He strikes. Turner Cecina. He gets a strike. Feels a lot better than the gutter ball. Here's Pocket. He's a 1-2. And Pocket spares. Brings up Caleb Hampton, who's working on a strike. See if he can double. Leaves the 1-3-8. Nice spare for Caleb Hampton. He's up Cody Hampton, who has to strike to keep on pace with DeCoste. Oh, and he leaves himself a split. Does this board show the split? I don't think it does. And he'll get one of them. DeCoste will step up now. DeCoste working on the strike. Leaves the 3-6-10. We are in the 10th frame. Picks up the spare. So he's got a 174 plus his spill ball. DeCoste gets 9 of them. Gives him a 183. Not bad. Not at all. Turner Cecina. 4-pin. Cecina was working on a strike, hoping for a big finish. Picks up the spare, he'll get a fill ball. He's got a 122 plus his fill ball. And he gets 10 more. Here's Paquette. There's the 124. Cecina finishes with the 132. Paquette's got a 137. He needs a spare to get a fill ball. And he will miss it. So he'll end with that 137. Cougar total is just 735. They're ahead of Mariah, but $735 will not put them among the leaders, I'm sure. Here's Caleb Hampton. 2 strikes. Scratch bowling. Section 7 championship bowling here at the North Pole. Hampton has a 151 and he's got 2 fill balls. And is it 7-pin? Yeah, 7-pin still there. So you got a tough split. He'll try to knock that 6-pin over to the 7. Nothing else. He'll get the 2. And did he get it? Did he get it? No. No, good try though. That was a good try. So Caleb Hampton finishes with a 160. Now here's Cody Hampton. He gets 8 pins in his first ball. He was working on an open. He had nothing carrying him in here, so best he can get is a 172. The DePass, the lead bowler, will have the highest game for the Cougars in game 1. And Hampton's game will end right there with a 160. And a team total of 772. The other guys are already moving on. Only a 758 over here. And here's an 894. That's probably Plattsburgh doing that. Let's go find the ladies. We're over in the girls, and it looks like they have started their second game. Aaron Sorrell, as the scoreboard likes to say, Rin Sorrell, is up. And she makes the spare. The Lady Cougars had an 8:43 in the first game, an excellent first game. Just to give you an idea, the Lady Hornets had a 7:35. But let me give me some average. Okay, thank you. Megan Friend shot a 165 as Danielle Tierney is up there for the Cougars. Kelsey Diesel a 145. Sarah Winters a very nice 181. Erin Sherrill a 174, and Danielle Tierney a 178.
Boys A are down on 26. B right here on 9. Bowling against
Tierney apparently picked up a spare while we were distracted. Here's Megan Friend. Gets a late drop and she gets a strike. Now bring up Kelsey Diesel. Friend apparently has a double. Double to start things. Diesel working on a spare. And it won't fall for her. It won't fall for her. And Lisa could jump up and down, but I don't think she's heavy enough to knock that one down. Lisa will cover the spare easily. Now we've got Sarah Winters. Leads a little clock. Leads a 1-3-5-8. And Winters picks it up. Right here in the heart of Cougar country. There's Sorrell. Surrounded by her cheerleaders. She gets 7 pins on her first ball. And nice spare by Sorrell. Brings up Danielle Tierney. Tierney with a strike. She had a spare in the first frame, followed by a strike. Megan Friend with a double, bowling in the third frame. She very happy that 7-pin fell. I don't know why, but she's very happy. She avoids the B split, which has just a 10-pin to pick up. Gets us to Kelsey Diesel. Diesel leads 2-4-5. Came in a little to the left and then get the back one. gives her an open. She had 2 spares to start. Here's Winters. Winters loses 2 pin. Baby here. Babies are absorbing things. You can imagine trying to make out what's going on here with a baby with all this noise and cheering and color. There's Sorrel. He's the 1-2. Actually, she's got double wood. She's got the 8 pin behind the 2. So she had only 7 on that one. There's it here, over here. Her and Sorrel right there. She got 7 pins. She's had 2 spares. Sorrel left that back one, that double wood gutter. Let's see, here's Danielle Tierney. 2 strikes. Tierney will be going to the States no matter what. She's one of the top bowlers in the CVAC, in addition to the teams that bowl best today. The high average bowlers also go as an all-star team. Here's Friend. So some kids go to the States every year no matter what. No matter what their team does, but it's always nice if your team goes with you. Megan Friend. With the spare. And here's Diesel. Four. And Diesel covers her spare. Viewer-supported local television. We appreciate those of you who watch this and support our efforts. Sarah Winters with the strike. We'll bring up Aaron Sorrel. And Sorrel will leave a couple of them. Looks like a 5-10. Tough spare. Good try. Good try. Danielle Tierney. With a strike. He's got a turkey apparently. Megan Friend. Another split. Up to 7-10. What an opportunity to pick up the 7-10. Sectional championship game. What an opportunity. People will talk about this forever after she picks this up. Oh, maybe not. Gets us to Kelsey Dussault. While we're waiting, we'll get an update from our roving reporter, Jim Tierney.
Okay, we have the girls after the first game. We have Peru in the lead with a 904, followed by Beekmantown in second. They have 887, 17 pins off the lead. Northeastern had an 843, so they are 61 pins behind the leaders. And fourth right now is Saranac. They had 791. Again, we have Peru, Beekmantown, NCCS, and Saranac. Top four after the first game.
Diso finally bowls and leaves double wood. Diso will miss her spare. We got Winters. Winters gets 9 pins. Leaves just to 5. Just missing the spare was Winters. There's Sorrell. Sorrell with a strike. And Danielle Tierney. And Tierney with a strike.
Good ball. Keep it going, girls.
Friends over in lane 4, or lane 3, excuse me. Gets 8 for the frame. There's Diesel. Diesel leaves the 4-7. There's Diesel. She missed her spare and can't quite figure out what happened. There's Danielle Tierney. Oh, excuse me, Sarah Winters. And while Winters is bowling, we'll turn it back to our roving reporter, Jim Tierney, who's way over on the other side of the building here. We'll see if we can get him on our microphone.
I can see you, Calvin, just barely. I can see the top of your head. My goodness. You shouldn't have wore that really funny hat. And as we got an update on the boys, again, all 20 teams, both A and B, all go in the same division, and it happens that one of the B teams is leading. Peru B had a phenomenal 1089 their first game. They're leading by 141 pins over Plattsburgh A. As we see Erin Sorrell here shooting her ball, she got 9, left the 3-pin. In third currently is Peru A, 941. Beekmantown A is in fourth at 842. The NCCS teams, the boys A, are currently in ninth. They had 772 the first game. And the B team with NCCS is currently in 11th. After the first game, they had 720. So again, Peru B is out in front with a good 1089 as Sorrell just misses the 3-pin. Turning it back over to Calvin.
Jim, you've been following bowling for a long time. Has the B team ever come real close to winning it?
In fact, one year, Beekmantown's B team they did win it, and they went down to the States. I'm almost positive that it was the B team from Beekmantown. That was back when, boy, that had to be probably 10, 12 years ago, I believe.
We were all a lot younger then, Jim. Our roving reporter, Jim Tierney, from way across the room on the other side. There's Danielle Tierney. And she spares.
Spiriting Al, all right.
There's Megan Friend. She leaves the 1-2. Just like that, the 1-2.
One of them knows that.
Let's see. She is following an open, and she's spares. She's got the spare. see Diesel up for the Cougars. Diesel going for her spare, and she picks it up. There's Winters. Winters leaves stubborn 10. Section 7 bowling with no A, B, C, or D here. It's everybody competes. Section 7 will send the boys team to the States. I believe we're in Syracuse this year. And the girls team. And they'll also send an all-star team for each. We've been handed a Gagnon Farm excavating pen there.
Go get them, all of them on.
There's Aaron Sorrell up there. So the rest of the day we'll be keeping our score with a Gagnon Farm excavation pen. Very nice pen. Must be doing well. Sorrell picks up the spare. Brent over in the left lane. She knocks down most of them, but leaves herself a nasty little split. Looks like a 3-7. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Danielle Tierney is business as usual. Bren left to 7. Tierney with 2, 4, 5 strikes and 2 spares, having a nice game. This is Diesel. Diesel leads the 5 pin. Diesel picks up the spare. Sarah Winters. Winters leaves the 2 pin. They bowl 3 games in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. We'll be here for the morning. Afternoon, we gotta get back and get set up to head for Ellenburg for the wrestling sectionals. There's Winters going for a spare. We've been off for a while. There's another problem with the lanes there. Onion rings are arriving even as we speak. Sorrell gets 7 pins as a double wood situation. Well, with the spare, nice pickup, got that double wood. Brings up Danielle Tierney.
Danielle, good 8, go get it.
Left to 1-2.
All right, Danielle, way to fill a frame.
There's Megan Friend. And she picks off 6 pins. Well, we got shrimp and French fries are coming here. Oh boy. Friend with a spare. time here at the North Bowl. As the Cougar averages, Cougar scores so far. Here's Diesel. Diesel got them all. It's off a strike. Bring up Winters. Winters gets 6 pins. Winters with the spare. Good job there. Aaron Sorrell up now with working on a spare.
Right there. Ball, Aaron, good ball. Come on.
Sorrell with a strike. This is to Tierney. Tierney having a fine game. There's an average in the low 190s. We're in the 9th frame. Tierney will strike. He's got a bunch of those this game. For a 199 going into the 10th. Not bad. 199 going into the 10th on a strike. There's Megan Krenz starting the 10th frame. Here's the 128. Let's see what she's got coming in here. She's working on a strike. So 128 coming in, working on a strike. Friend will pick it up.
All right, Megan, use that as your first ball. Let's go. Yourself straight.
So she's got. Oh, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong one. The dark lettering, it's the white letters up there. So she's got a nice 147 coming in. She was working on a spare. This is her fill ball. She gets 6 on her fill ball.
I think it was one last time.
So it gives her a 163. Now we go to Kelsey Diesel, and she's got that 128 working on a strike coming in. Diesel gets 7 on her first ball. Diesel with a nice spare, very nice spare. So she's got a 148 plus whatever she gets here. Six more, so give her a 154. Now working on a spare, we have Sarah Winters up next. Nice strikes. She didn't know they fell. She didn't see it live. Reminds me of a spare we saw at the Beaumont a couple days ago. Can't remember which girl it was that had a late drop like that went right between the pins and picked them off. Here's Winters with her first fill ball. She'll get 7 on that one. The 135 to pick up. possible 152 if she gets a spare. She gets a 151. Now we got Aaron Sorrell, who's got a 127, working on a strike. Looking to double, and she does. Double for Aaron Sorrell. No triple. Just the 5-pin. So she's got a 165 plus this one. So we're a 166. I'll get us to Danielle Tierney, who's a 189, working on a strike. She's going to end up with a very nice score. She can strike out here, but she won't strike out.
Hey, Danielle, come on, big spare, let's go, come on.
He's a 128. She has to pick this up to get a 200 game. She does. Nice spare by Tierney. She'll get a fill ball.
Right there. That one is her first one.
At this point, she's got a 209. I think she had the 200 game already wrapped up, and she gets a strike to end it. And as soon as we go through all this lovely graphics here, we'll have a 219 to look at up there, and we'll see what the team total is. Oh, excuse me, 229. Team total of 863, just to compare. Plattsburgh next door had a 773. So nice 229 for Danielle Tierney, 863 for the team. We're going to find what's happening with the bees. Adam Bayshard is up for Northeastern. Let's see. Pretty good totals here. Looks like he's the last one. The B boys, and there's actually a girl with them. So we'll see what we got here. 822. They're starting their third game. Here's Allison Grovine. What's she doing with the boys? She's bowling with the boys because they didn't have enough boy bowlers that showed up. They're eligible today. So she gets a chance to bowl with the B team. She gets 6 for her first frame in the third game of the day. Alright, this is Derek. We'll have to get a last name on him. I don't think we've seen him this year. I think he's been an extra bowler for the season. Going for a spare, and he might get it. Up to 10 pin. Good try for Derek. And I'm wrong, we did see him in a couple of games. We've asked Josh Friend, and he says Derek Norton. I think we saw Norton in the last home match of the season. Here's Roberts. And Dylan Roberts with a strike. Brings up Mike Noggle. I don't think we'll stay here for the entire game 3 of the Bees. We're going to probably have our roving reporter Jim Tierney track down and see if the A's or the girls are doing well at a particular time. Nago with a strike. After the first first game, this boys B team for Northeastern, as Baychard bowls, was in 11th, only 2 places behind the A team, which was in 10th. I mean, in the 9th. Adam Baychard waiting. Looks like Saranac has 2 girls bowling on their B team. Baychard with the spare. Allison Grovine. Second frame. 9 pins. And Grovine picks up the spare. Now Derek Norton steps in. Norton has a 6-7-10. He successfully avoided all the pins. Now Dylan Roberts up for the Cougar B team. He gets 6 pins. Roberts gets 8 for the frame. Here's Mike Noggle. He gets 9, leaving the 5 pin. And Noggle will easily pick up his spare. Baychard up. Baychard leaves the 5-7. Now Allison Grovine. Leaves the 5-10. Baychard gets 9 for the frame. Grovine will get 8. Derek Norton steps up and strikes. There's Dylan Roberts. Reminder, this is viewer-supported local television. We've been covering a lot of kids for a lot of years, and some families appreciate that. Some appreciate it, but forget to send in their contribution. Let this be a reminder. Here's Mike Noggle with a strike. We've got about 11 minutes left on this tape. We'll probably finish up those 11 minutes and put in a new tape and Move either to the boys A or the girls. See what's happening with them. Because although they're bowling 6 games today, we're only going to be here for the first 3.
Ben, you have a telephone call. Golf Ben.
We're on lanes 9 and 10. There are 32 lanes here at the North Bowl. They're all busy today. There's Grovine. Yanks it to the left. Grovine going for a spare. It's 6 for the frame. There's Derek Norton. Norton leads a 4-6-7. Norton gets 8 for the frame. Ball on a strike. Now Roberts is up. Roberts leaves it. Oh, the 10-pin fell. A late drop on the 10. He's very happy with that. Mike Noggle. He strikes. Eight pins for Adam Bayshard. For the frame. There are the Cougar totals through the first 4 frames. Allison Grovine who steps in. Takes it to the right, picks off 3, I believe. That's what she's got left. Grovine going for a spare. Puts it in the gutter. Says I was doing so well before that guy showed up with the camera. There's Norton. Down the pike and a strike for Derek Norton. There's Roberts. Roberts leaves the picket fence. 1, 2, 4, 7. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, 7. Now Mike Noggle. He gets 9 pins in his first ball. Noggle leaves the 2-pin. Adam Bayshard leaves a 7-pin in his first ball here in the 5th. While we were busy with Bayshard, Grovine stepped up there and knocked down 8 pins. And she spares. Not even a smile. I would have smiled after picking that one up. There's Derek Norton. And you got the 5-7. Just 9 for the frame. Now I have Dylan Roberts. And he gets 6 in his first ball. 1, 2, 8, 9. It looks like he's got it. He got it. Nice pickup by Roberts. Mike Noggle steps up and knocks down half of them. Noggle with a nice spare. Very nice. Adam Baysard up for the Cougars. He strikes. We thought we'd move over to see how the A boys were coming along. There's Nick Paquette. These spares. The Cougar A boys are in the 7th frame. Here's Caleb Hampton. Leaves the picket fence. Hampton going for a spare. And he misses it. I'll bring up Cody Hampton, and Cody will strike for the Cougars. Nick DeCoste is up. We see our roving reporter Jim Tierney waving forward to us from across the room. Way over the other way. We'll see if we can send the mic over to Jim Tierney, our roving reporter, for an update.
And we have an update on the girls. All right, Beekman Town is taking over the lead with 18-22. NCCS has moved into second. They have 17:06. They're 116 pins off the pace, followed third by Saranac with 16:57. And Peru has dropped to fourth with 16:55. So again, Beekman Town girls have taken over the lead, 18-22 after 2 games. Northeastern in second place, 17:06. On the boys' side, the Peru B boys have still maintained their lead. They have 21-48 after 2, followed by Peru A, who jumped into second. They got 19-83. PHS is 10 behind them at 19-73, and Beekman Town A is in fourth at 17-71. Northeastern teams each moved up 2 spots. The A team has 15-98 after 2, and they're in 7th. And the B team has 15-42, and they're currently in 9th. That's after 2 games. There's 4 more games to go. They bowl 3 in the morning, have a break, 3 in the afternoon. Again, this is a scratch tournament. It's only the amount of pins that you knock down. No handicap is involved. The winners will go to strike and spare lanes in Syracuse, March 3rd and 4th. It's a 2-day tournament now down there due to the increase in number of participants that they're having. And now back to Calvin.
Thank you for that very informative update. Our roving reporter, the former voice of Cougar bowling, Jim Tierney. Paquette, and now Caleb Hampton. Paquette with the spare. Caleb Hampton. Leaves a 10 pin. We're in the 8th frame here. Hampton will pick up the spare. We'll bring up Cody Hampton. When they get done the 8th, we're going to see what the girls are doing. We're only here for the morning. Cody Hampton with 9 pins. A couple of guys in the Cougar Hall of Fame, Chris Welch and Nate Roberts. The Cougar Bowling Hall of Fame members. There's Cody Hampton. He spares. And we'll leave it with Nick DeCoste. Since we've missed him a couple of times, we'll get his ball here in the 9th frame. Then we got to move on.
As you finish your 3rd game,
all right, he's got a split. We're going to move on and see what the girls are doing. Go away.
and your food, and bring it back into the bowling area so the table.
All right, we have moved over to the girls, and it's gotten very crowded here. We lost our vantage point. Since we're taller than all these people, if we stood in front of them, they wouldn't be able to see. We're not going to do that to anybody. Here's Sorrell. Let's see where we are here. In the 9th frame, Sorrell wrapping up. Now Tierney is due up. Stick with the girls here to wrap up the 10th. Tierney gets 9 pins, leaves a 6. Here's what the Cougars have thus far, heading into the 10th. There's Tierney going for the spare. And oops, Plain was over there. Got disoriented with Kathy Young's head in front of us. Now Megan Friend has already started the 10th. We are really behind the crowd here, doing the best we can under tough circumstances. There's Friend. Leaves double wood. Leaves the 2-8. Oh, there's Friend over here, I guess. Friend's final ball of the morning is going to miss its mark. And she gets a 157. As Jim Tierney told us, the Cougar girls after the second game were in 2nd place. There's Kelsey Deso, left the picket fence. The 1-2-4-7 to contend with. Diesel's working on an open coming in with a 133. Well, 153 would be the best she can get at this point. First she has to pick this up, and she doesn't. Because they're a 141 maybe? Where is she? There we go, 141. Now Sarah Winters, who's got a spare coming in with a 90. Winters up for the Cougars. And she strikes. Give her 110 at this point. Plus whatever she can get here. She can get 140 obviously if she strikes out. She will not strike out. Tough to stubborn 8. Winters, a spare. So she will get a 130. Now Erin Sorrell has an open coming in with a Oh, almost. Sorrell will miss her spare. Ball stuck. Ball stuck in her hand, so that's gonna wrap up her morning. And she has 157. Obviously, she was hoping for about 20 mid pins more than that. Danielle Tierney, well, let's see, he's got a 141, actually a 151 plus, and she's working on a spare. Gets a Brooklyn strike. She had that 229, that big 229 in the second game. Gives her a 171, so she could. She strikes here, she could still hit a 200. Needs a strike here to do it. Only go Brooklyn so many times. Well, she could get a... I guess she couldn't have got a 200 after all, could she? She had a 161 through 9, so she bet she could have 30 more. I was off. She will get a 181 now, which isn't too shabby. And the Cougar team total is 766. In the third game, just a few pins higher than what Plattsburgh is doing at the moment. Let's see who else is bowling right now. Okay, here's the totals for the Cougar boys. 39, 162, 192, 140, 195. So it's Nick DeCoste, Turner Cecina, Nick Paquette, Caleb Hampton, and Cody Hampton with that 195, and Paquette's has that 192. So that's the A team. Let's go check out the B team. Looks like the B boys are done. There's the 3 game totals. So let's see, that's, if we can remember here, Allison Grovine, Derek Norton, Dylan Roberts, Mike Noggle, and Adam Bayshire.
And then like that.